Hey, what's up, guys? It's Apollo Uchiha here, back with a new movie. The name of this movie is What If Naruto Had a Wolf Genkai? And yeah, guys, before continuing this, I would like to apologize for not uploading yesterday because it was an internet issue in my area. So yeah, um, it might not be resolved for another month or so because I don't know why, but I just heard maybe it's a rumor. So yeah, anyway, without further ado, let's begin our story. Our story begins as we see Teams Heaven in Forest of Death. They have encountered Orochimaru. They were in the second phase of the Chunin exams when that happened, and Orochimaru engaged in battle with Sasuke and Naruto. Naruto, while dealing with Orochimaru, was slapped on his stomach by a seal by him that altered the seal that was placed by none other than the Yondan Hokage on him, as Naruto was thrown into the woods. And after giving the curse mark to Sasuke, Orochimaru left by throwing the scroll at the now unfalling, conscious Sakura. When she woke up, she saw that she was surrounded by Rookie 9. Ino was the first one to talk to Sakura. Hey Sakura, are you okay? We found you and Sasuke-kun here unconscious. Where is Naruto? Anyways, Naruto? Naruto, she said frantically as she looked around. He, he was thrown into the woods over there. He pointed at a direction by none other than Orochimaru. As Neji once said, Orochimaru, you mean as the snake Sanin, the traitorous Sanin who left this village? Yes, the same one. He had snakes and he had a fake body, and we saw his real face somewhat too. And he left after giving Sasuke this curse mark, and he also did something to Naruto. After whatever he did to Naruto, Naruto felt unconscious and he punched Naruto and threw him into the woods. As all of them suddenly felt a chakra burst. What is that? That is so powerful chakra. We have to avoid it, Neji said. Let's get out of here. But what about Naruto? We can't help it. We have to go now, or otherwise we will compromise others' lives as well. We have to leave. No, we can't leave Naruto here yet, Sakura said. Yes, Neji-san, we can't leave Naruto over here all alone by himself. We can't do anything yet about that. We have to inform our Jonin instructors about this outburst of chakra. And by the time, I think that they might have noticed it as well. What a drag. Neji is right. They might have noticed it and they will come here to inspect it. We have to leave. They will be able to find Naruto, I'm sure of it. I'm okay, fine, said Sakura. After she looked towards Sasuke as she saw that Sasuke was in agony and was unconscious. We have to leave now, as Ino and Sakura slumped Sasuke over their shoulders and left the forest of death. On the other side, Naruto felt unconscious as his body was now radiating huge amount of chakra. His clothes started to change, his body started to mold and form another shape. As QB was inside Naruto's mindscape, was smirking. Looks like the Gaki is finally manifesting the wolf Genkai, huh? I will be very interested to see which wolf it will form into. Not like it's going to transform into Golden Wolf, which is a legendary of its form. As its eyes widened after its shock, it can't be. What are you doing here, wolf spirit? As you can see, I'm here because this pup is my reincarnation. I see. Looks like this Kaki is special after all. I guess it's time to fulfill the father's prophecy as well, because he is the third and final reincarnation of the Golden Wolf. Well, in due time indeed, QB said as his eyes closed. On the outer world, Naruto's body started to transform into a wolf once, a golden wolf with blue eyes and slits in them. Naruto was still unconscious. On the other side of the forest of death, in the Hokage office, where the Jonin instructors and the Hokage was. Did you all felt that chakra burst? Yes. Do you think it's time, Hokage-sama, for Naruto to manifest that power? I don't know, Kakashi. It's too early still. Well, Sensei, I think that it is time because the prophecy is about to fulfill itself. The Golden Wolf is about to be reincarnated. The Golden Wolf. You don't know about that, Kakashi, do you? Well, let me tell you this. You see, the Uzumaki clan also had a genkai, or a transformation. They can transform into wolves. And the legendary and the most strongest and powerful of the wolves were none other than the Golden Wolves. They had golden fur all over their body. They were like normal wolves but huge in size. They are almost said to be stronger as the Biju, but the golden ones are strong as the Nine Tails itself, maybe stronger than them, as all of their eyes were widened. You mean to say that if Naruto turns out to be a golden wolf, then he might be the strongest being on this planet? Naruto is smart. He may be. Who knows? In due time, we will know. Anbu, as Dragon landed, I want you to gather all your best men and go and secure Naruto, because this chakra burst would have been felt by Orochimaru too. I know he's still inside the village. I have seen the battle alongside here with my Jonin senseis. We have to leave now. Hi, Hokage-sama. And Jonin instructors, go gather up your teammates. The exam is put on hold because Orochimaru has infiltrated and done something to Naruto. And he's going to be very angry when he wakes up, and he's going to tear Orochimaru from limb to limb because he's enraged at the time. Is it always like this? Asked Kurenai. No, the first transformation is always violent. Jiraiya said. Kushina informed me. You mean the red hot-blooded habanero Kushina Uzumaki? Yes, the one and the same. Wait, her name is Uzumaki. Naruto's name is Uzumaki, as her eyes widened. You couldn't meaning be that Naruto is... Yes, Kurenai. He is her son, after all, said Dragon. Hi, Dragon-sama. As the rest of the Jonins over there were shocked after this revelation as well. Besides from Asuma and Kakashi, because they were the only ones who knew. Well, Naruto is just more youthful than we thought he would be. I mean, he is youthful, but this is all an all other level. Yosh, after recovering Naruto, I will run 1,000 laps across this village. As everyone sweat out. Enough of that guy, we have to do a mission right now. Curse you, Kakashi, and your hip attitude. Huh? Did you say something? Curse you! Enough, Hokage said. We have to leave now. As all of them went via Sunshine. As Naruto started to wake up. Where is that snake bastard? I'm gonna tear him from limb to limb. As Naruto growled, an angry growl. As he started to feel that his senses had heightened, as he felt a lot of chakra signatures surrounding him, as Hokage came in front of him, as his eyes widened alongside everyone. The Golden Wolf, Jiraiya said. I see, the prophecy is about to be fulfilled. Naruto, calm down, said the Hokage, as the wolf looked towards Hiruzen and growled. Naruto, it's me, Hiruzen, remember? Naruto, after growling, calmed down, and his wolfish features started to remain in calm position, and he smelled Hokage's scent through his snot, and then snuggled his head in his chest. As Hokage smiled and hugged Naruto. It's alright, Naruto. It's alright, you don't have to worry about anything. You will just transform back in a day or two. As Naruto did nothing but nod his head. Can you understand us? Naruto nodded his head again. As Kakashi asked, man, Naruto, I guess you really are special after all, huh? As Naruto tilted its head to sideways, which caused an Anbu, a purple hair Anbu, and Kurenai to squeal. But they tried to control themselves because they were ninjas, and elite ones at that. Well, Naruto, my boy, we have to take you to the preliminary rounds. You're already promoted alongside your team. And Kakashi then asked, where is the rest of your team? Naruto shook his head in negative, that he didn't know. Kakashi then went via Sunshine without Hokage's order to look through the whole forest of death. After a few minutes, he arrived back in the Hokage Tower where they have went alongside Naruto. As Kakashi was narrow-eyed. I guess they have left you behind, Naruto. I can't believe they abandoned a comrade like that. Then again, there was a huge burst of chakra, but still, they could have looked for it. They could have looked for Naruto. I can't believe them. Obito, I cannot train Sasuke because he is not your memory, I guess. Even if he is the last Uchiha, he's nothing like you. I will not be training him anymore. I'm sorry, but I cannot pass down your techniques to that self-righteous bastard. And I'm deeply disappointed in Sakura as well. I cannot believe that her fangirlism let her do and take such decision. They are worse than trash. After thinking about that, he was brought out from his stupidity by none other than Naruto, who nudged his head into Kakashi's thigh. What is it, Naruto? Kakashi asked with a eye smile. Naruto tilted his head and tried to talk, but only an woofy sound came up. I don't know how a wolf sounds. Is it a wolf or something like that? I don't know, because I never heard. I watched a lot of wolf videos before making this video, but nothing made sense, so yeah. Anyways, on to our story. As Kakashi started, you know, Naruto, I can't understand you. Naruto just ground and slumped down to the floor and tried to cuddle into himself to sleep. Well, I guess I'll be leaving my fluffy student over here in your care, Hokage-sama. I have to take care of something, Kakashi. The Hokage said, don't go too hard on them. There was a huge burst of chakra. Maybe they were scared. Kakashi's normal demeanor stopped, and his eyes, or visible eye, became serious. But I have to teach them that the decision they made by abandoning a comrade is not right. What if it was a dangerous enemy and they left Naruto as a scapegoat to just evade there for themselves? It is not correct, Hokage-sama. I have to teach them. The only lesson I have taught them is that teamwork is always on top priority. You have to take care of each other and never abandon your comrade. And that is what Sasuke and Sakura did. I see, but please, you have to be lenient on this one because they were children and they are scared. I will try my best, Hokage-sama. With that said, Kakashi left and arrived at the preliminary rounds, where he saw that Sasuke has woken up and Sakura was also there. Sasuke had an angry expression on his face, just like the usual, and Sakura had a saddened. As Kakashi arrived, where is Naruto? He asked. Well, you see, Naruto, the dope's dead. We don't know where he is. He was a dead bait, so we left him behind. I see, Sasuke. I see the curse seal. So, Orochimaru was after Sasuke after all, and Naruto just got in the way, so he had to take care of it. Once I find that snake bastard, I am going to rip his head out by myself, using my Raikiri, if I have to do that. Well, Sakura, do you know where Naruto is, or his corpse is? We don't know, Sensei. And do you agree with Sasuke here? Yes, I agree, Sensei, she said, jumping in Sasuke's defense. I see. I am deeply ashamed to be your sensei. You're on your own from now on. I will be giving resignation from teaching you too, and taking Naruto as my apprentice, alongside with partnership with Jiraiya-sama. You can learn from whoever you want from within this village, because you two are worse than trash. I cannot believe you made such a decision. Naruto is going through with some serious circumstances that I cannot reveal because it is an S-rank secret. And as for him, he is alright, but he is scared. And he will be sad after hearing about this. No, Sensei, you can't tell him that, Sakura said, because she knew if Naruto knew about this, then she will be all alone. And Naruto won't be there to cheer her up. You see, Sakura wasn't dumb because She thought that Naruto was there always to cheer her up. She thought she was beginning to think of Naruto as a friend and her best friend actually, and her brother, if not anything else. And deep down, Sasuke also thought something similar to that, but due to his emo-ness and ego, and none other than the curse seal, his mind was corrupted, and these were the thoughts that came to his mind. He is okay, and he will not be meeting you two from now on. You see, Naruto is somewhat special. Hmm? Sasuke's eyebrow rose. What? How can the doe be special than I, the last Uchiha? Well, yeah, congratulations. Do you want some kind of award for being the last Uchiha? You better believe that you are the last Uchiha because your brother left you alive. And no other reason. Sasuke gritted his teeth. Kakashi, what do you mean by that? I mean nothing. He just left you alive. I know that for sure. For whatever his reason might be, I don't know, but he left you alive for a reason. That is why I would need to train, and Dove was just an obstacle in my way. Even I didn't do anything. I have to thank Orochimaru because he got rid of the dope, so I can focus on my training. Well, good luck doing that on your own. Curse you, Kakashi. Sasuke thought as Kakashi sunshined away, and Sakura was about to say something, as she fell silent. As the other Rookie Nine also gathered around them. Hey, what happened? As Sakura began to explain what their sensei just told them, all of them had their eyes wide open. You don't have to worry about that, Sakura, because we are in the same boat after all, said Ino, trying to comfort their students as they heard a voice. Well. I didn't want to believe this at first, but I cannot believe this. Can you, Guy? Kurenai, said Asuma, as the three Jonin instructors entered the resting area for the Genins. Neither can I. That was indeed unyouthful for my students. Same can be said for me. I cannot believe you are called his friends, because a friend never leave another when they are in trouble, and that's what all you did. As all of them flinched at this, except for Sakura and Sasuke, because they were already dealt by with their sensei. But sensei, there was danger there. Yes, and Naruto was near it. Shikamaru, I thought you were a genius, but I guess there is always a black sheep in the family, and same could be said for the Naras. As his eyes widened after hearing this. Choji, I thought you thought of Naruto as your friend, same as Shikamaru over here. And I thought you were the kinder one in the group, and I cannot believe that you were also agreeing to this, Sensei. I thought that you will be able to take care of it, we told you. And did you inform us? We just got here, Sensei, like 10 to 20 minutes ago, and we didn't know where you were. And Naruto was yet still outside in the danger for 20 minutes, vulnerable. If a ninja or enemy ninja was outside, do you think what will happen? As all of their eyes widened. Please, Sensei, we have to meet him. No. It is forbidden by Hokage. He doesn't deem you worthy, nor us, of being his friends. What do you mean? He should be at our feet, begging us to be his friends. He's a commoner, a clanless fool, nothing else, Neji said. We are of Yugas, Naras, Yamanakas, Akamichis, Aburames, and Uchiha's clans are the high and mighty clans of Konoha, Gakure, and Sato. As the three Jonin instructors looked towards each other and started to laugh. You don't know really anything about Naruto, do you? Well, stay in tune for a surprise, because Naruto's heritage is about to be revealed by Hokage. Heritage? What's so special about Dope's heritage? Maybe he's born from a bastard and a whore, nothing else. After hearing this, Guy went into Inner Gates level 3. Guy, stop! You're going to kill that Genin. I cannot deal with this unyouthfulness towards them. They did everything and sacrificed their lives, their child, for this village and for them. And this is how they repay them. I cannot take this unyouthfulness. I too will be personally training Naruto here and make him youthful. Lee, I am truly disappointed in you. I knew Neji had some bit of ego, and Tenten you followed Neji. I'm truly disappointed in you and Lee. As Tenten looked towards the ground in shame, and so did Lee as he tried to apologize. Don't, Lee. I'm still mad at you, but I will be willing to give you guys another chance. But as for now, reflect on your actions. Same could be said for all of you, said Asuma. I'm truly disappointed in you, Hinata, said Kurone, and without saying another word, all of them sunshade away, leaving the shocked Ganins. What are we going to do? We have to wait and see what's so special about Top's heritage. As the three of them arrived into the Hokage office. As in the Hokage office, Hiruzen was seeing and hearing everything through the crystal ball. And unknown to him, Naruto has also woken up and was listening everything. As Naruto got up, as Hiruzen was startled and so were the Jonin senses. Then everyone saw that Naruto had tears in his eyes. As Naruto tried to speak but he couldn't. It's okay, Naruto. I'm sorry about this, but this is what they think about you. And I didn't want you to know, but I guess there is no other choice. I have to reveal your heritage, first to you and then to the whole village. It's finally time that you knew of your true heritage, and you learn to control your new powers as well. It was written within your father and mother's will, after all. As Naruto tilted his head, still whimpering somewhat. It's okay, Naruto, said Kakashi as he came near Naruto and patted his head. You still got me, eh? Kakashi said with an eye smile as Naruto tried to calm down. And after he calmed down for half an hour, he was still hurt deep inside from his friends' or teammates' words that he so-called thought of them as family and precious people. It was all in front of him. As Hokage brought out a few scrolls, one had a Namikaze symbol on it, and other had a swirl similar to Naruto's. It was an Uzumaki scroll. Naruto, you are a part of an Uzumaki clan who also had a genkai similar to you. Just like you have transformed into a wolf, they could transform as well. They had their own village just outside the Fire Nation and near the Water Country. They were called Land of the Whirlpool, Uchiha, where the Uzumakis resided. You see, in the Second Shinobi War, Iwakumo and Kiri ganged up on them and destroyed their village, and our own shinobi died there as well, trying to protect them, but we couldn't. Konoha and Uzushio suffered the loss, but Uzushio's loss was greater. That's where we found your mother, because she was the only living survivor left there. So we brought her back to Konohagakure no Sato, and we brought her in front of Mito Uzumaki, and she was the one who was the first Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Kitsune, and she was Hashirama Senju, the Shodai Hokage's wife as well. And yeah, she passed on the Kyuubi to your mother, and at your birth, he told him basically the whole story, that how his birth went, and yeah, so that's how Naruto, your mother died, and alongside your father, protecting you and this village. Naruto was again crying. Naruto, please don't hate your parents because they had to do what was best for the whole village and for you, because they trusted in you. That is why they entrusted you with this burden. Do you hate them? Naruto shook his head into negative, calming the nerves of Hiruzen, Kakashi, and other Jonin instructors there. Yukata. Well, I'm glad, Sensei, he doesn't hate you, Kakashi thought with an eye smile. So, the next thing is that I'm going to be revealing your heritage. The council, mainly the civilian, can go to hell alongside with the elders. Shinobi always wanted to know your heritage, but it wasn't even revealed to them also. They will be intrigued after hearing that you are their friend's son, after all. Naruto was also confused after hearing this, meaning the only Hokage knew about his heritage. Damn, it was a close kept secret. Well, anyway, Hiruzen then said, I guess it's time to reveal the heritage to the world of the last Uzumaki and Namikaze, the head of two clans. Ne? Hiruzen said, looking towards the shadow, from which out came Danzo Shimura. Danzo, now in this what if, is not going to have any Sharingan implanted in his eyes nor any Senju Hashirama cells. He is going to be Yami no Shinobi still, but his ways of training will be the same still, but he is not obsessed with becoming Hokage and believes in the judgment of Hokage best. And he is also a friend, a close friend with Hiruzen, unlike the other elders who have been corrupted by power, his teammates, and the civilians. He is still loyal to Konoha, to Hokage, and works in the shadows to do the dirty work for Konoha. That is why Root is still active and the Hokage knows about it. And they still have to go through the emotionless training program because it is necessary. But those who are installed in the Root program are none other than the children who are orphans or those who have been brought by the enemy village and brainwashed and made their own killing machines. That is what Root consists of. Anyways, on to the story. I guess it is time, Hiruzen. You should have done this at the boy's birth, but I guess keeping it a secret was also indeed in need, because if Kiri, Kumo, or Iwa, mainly Kumo and Iwa, heard about his heritage or him being alive, they would have sent countless assassins after him. But that didn't make anything easier, hasn't it? The civilians and my quote-unquote friends have tried to attack him countless times. I couldn't protect him. Well, my Root was looking out for him, and so were your Anbus. We did what we could, but I guess we cannot change the past. We could have done better. Now all we can do is look towards the future and hope for the best. As Hiruzen smiled, you were right, Danzo. You were right indeed. As Danzo smiled and vanished into the shadows again. As Hiruzen got up from his table and went to the arena where everyone was waiting for him. As Naruto was with Kakashi and other joining instructors behind the Hokage stand, away from everyone's eyes. People of Konoha, Gakure no Sato, and Genins from all villages, I am very happy that you have made it so far. But before continuing this round, there are going to be preliminaries because you are in great number. Usually by this time the numbers of the Genins have fallen down to minimum in which the finals could take place. So yeah, today are going to be preliminaries and we will give you 1 month of rest, after which the finals will take place. As for Team 7, because they don't have a member, they are already eliminated. They are not going to be a part in this exam anymore, as both Sasuke and Sakura's eyes button, and then Sasuke narrowed. What do you mean by that? I am the last Uchiha. I have the right to be in the exam, either with or without dope. No, you don't have any rights. I am the Hokage of this village, Uchiha. You don't have any rule over me. Or are you challenging my authority? No, Hokage-sama, said Sasuke, while still gritting his teeth. As Sakura was also saddened after hearing this. Now both of you are disqualified. You can leave now. As both of them left the arena, only the remaining Genins were left and were in shock that the Hokage did this to Naruto, the Team 7. As the crowd wanted to protest, Hiruzen glared at them and they fell silent. Now, on to another thing before continuing this exam. I want to reveal heritage of a person. That person is none other than Naruto Uzumaki and our third Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Kitsune. As everyone's eyes widened, mainly the Genins. Yes, you see, the fourth Hokage wasn't able to kill the beast, but he was able to defeat it, and by using the Shinigami seal, he was able to summon Shinigami. The price was his soul, for which he traded for the village to prosper, and his son as well, to be a sacrifice, a Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails. After informing how Naruto births went by, everyone was shocked to hear that Naruto was the son of none other than Yondam Hokage and Kushina Uzumaki, red hot-blooded habanero, and the previous dragon Anbu, the second strongest in the village. As the clan heads were also in shock and their eyes were widened. That is why the Kaki had smell of Kushina and Minato on them. Curse me. I still didn't get it. I really am thick-brained Kushina, as you said. I really am a dog breath after all. You don't have to be so hard on you, Tsunmi-sama. I guess we all made mistakes there. You're right, she said to her partner, as she had some tears in her eyes, because Kushina was her friend. She was the one who saved her and her team, which consisted of none other than Hiyashi Yuga and Hisashi Yuga from being killed and raped. As for Hiyashi, he had a mixture of reactions. He was good friends with Kushina as well as with Minato. And after hearing that the so-and-so called the Kyuubi brat of Konohagakure no Sato was none other than their son, he was also cursing his all-foreseeing eyes. Why couldn't I see through him? He would have used his child and not any other orphan child for the sealing process. Damn it, I knew that Kushina was pregnant, but I still couldn't. I have to talk to Hokage-sama after this. And as for the Genin, they were quite wide-eyed and in shock, as now they were regretting their actions towards Naruto, mainly Ino and Sakura, and some of the civilian girls who also were in the academy, and some of the civilians who stopped their children from being friends with Naruto. And civilian council was also sweating bullets because they were the one who informed the population of the quote-unquote Kyuubi brat and the elders, mainly Koharu and Hamura. And when Hiruzen stopped, Danzo came in front. Everyone was quite surprised after seeing Yami no Shinobi entering the arena. People of Konohagakure no Sato, my name is Danzo Shimura. I am one of the close friends with Hokage and an elder of the village. I have done some severe investigation on civilian council and our two other elders, Hamura and Koharu, and it has come to light that all of them had been doing embezzlement, corruption. They were the one behind the Yuga incident and the Uchiha incident as well. You see, it's already too late, Hiruzen. We have to reveal this. Yes, you can. Go ahead, Danzo. The Uchihas were planning a coup d'etat on the village. It cannot be true. We have files, boy. You can see them. Because you are the last Uchiha, you have the right to see them. And Itachi Uchiha, the murderer of the whole clan, was the only ninja alongside with Shisui Uchiha who was loyal. He informed us and the elders there in the meeting that the Uchihas were planning a coup d'etat, but the civilian council and due to elders, Koharu and Hamura got the wind of it, and they wanted the Uchihas gone, but not their kekkei genkai. So they stole their eyes after killing them. They still have their eyes. We don't know where, but they still do. And the Hokage wanted to resolve this issue peacefully with Fugaku Uchiha, and they were going to agree to terms, but they were the ones who got our signatures stolen from us and stamped, and even went as far as to give orders to Itachi and Sasuke by threatening them that they will kill his family and brother if he doesn't do and go ahead kill his parents and the rest of the Uchiha clan. In return, his brother Sasuke Uchiha will be spared. This was the deal that is made, and they were going to make Uchiha their puppet and stole all his money and all. This was their plan all along, As everyone was gasping, Sasuke was seething even more. His big brother was innocent and was threatened that he would be killed if he doesn't do what he did. He was mad at his brother because he was foolish enough, after being a genius and all, to fall into their trap, but he was pleased that his brother chose him over the clan and the village. And he was now regretting uh, hating Itachi for so many years. He wanted his brother back, and he wanted revenge on the true culprits behind his clan's massacre, who were none other than the elders and the civilian council, those who were all there, kissing the ground he walked down. Now he knew what they wanted from him, and he was damn right pissed at them. As the civilian council members started to protest, the demon cannot be his son, said none other than Mabuki Haruno, a counselor in the civilian council. Mother, how can you say that? He looks so similar to Yondem-sama. Sakura yelled at her mother. Shut up, Sakura. You don't know anything about that. I see, Mabuki. You still hate losing to Kushina, but you really were a greedy bitch. I'm glad that Minato didn't marry you and saw through you and married Kushina instead. Curse her. I will kill her if I have to all over again. As everyone gasped after the "What did you say?" said Kakashi in a very low voice. Forget it, the cat's out of the bag. Yes, I was the one who killed Kushina when she was near that state. She was alive. I was the one who went there and slit her throat open. Before they could do anything, Kakashi charged his Raikiri and was about to go stab her, but a yellow blur passed by, electricity crackling through his body. As the wolf charged and lunged at her, ripping her throat out of her body in an inhumane manner, killing her mercilessly. As the wolf had blood dripping from his teeth, his canines revealing everyone as it growled, as everyone gasped, mainly Zumi and the clan heads. The wolf. The Uzumaki clan's wolf. Yes. On the chest of the wolf there was a swirl in black lines. The swirl told everyone that the wolf was of Uzumaki clan, and on its head was a badge of Konoha, meaning its affiliation was with Konoha. Its eyes was blue, and its fur was white and gold and yellow. Naruto? Zumi said. Is that you? Everyone was shocked after hearing this, mainly the civilians. Naruto kept on growling in anger at everyone as a huge amount of chakra burst out from him. The civilian fell alongside the Genis to the ground. The pressure was so much that the ground cracked with such pressure. Naruto kept growling. Naruto, calm down! You already killed her. You have avenged your mother. Please. We all are angry. She was also our friend, our precious person. Please calm down, said everyone. The Genins were shocked after hearing that this was Naruto. This was his kekkei. This is how it turned into. A wolf, a powerful one at that. When Jiraiya came by and slapped a seal on Naruto's forehead, which caused him to go unconscious. Phew, if a moment had passed by, he would have gone into full-on golden strike mode. Well, lucky for me, I have read about the golden wolves and these scrolls from the Uzumaki archive, because these were the scrolls that were recovered from the Uzushi's ruins. As everyone was shocked after hearing this. Yes, Uzumakis had their own village, Uchiha, and they were the strongest clans that even the three villages feared. Iwa, Kumo, and Kiri, three villages formed together and attacked Uchiha in order to get rid of them because they were getting too stronger. But unluckily for them, some of the Uzumakis still survived and spread throughout the world. Unknown to any of them, unknown to all and every one of them. On the other side, in Amegakure, this chakra was also felt by a Rinnegan wielding person, and in Sound Village, another Uzumaki felt this chakra, who wore a sensor. Karin, what is wrong? The golden wolf has been revived. Suigatsu, we have to get out of here. What do you mean? Jugo said. The three of them were kept into a prison. A similar cell. We have to get out of here, Jugo. The golden wolf has returned. The prophecy will be fulfilled that Makasan told about. On the other side with Amegakure. Nagato, what is wrong? I see. The golden wolf has returned. And he will be the one to bring true peace to this world, not us, Konan. We have to go near him. What are you talking about, Nagato? I will tell you about the whole prophecy of the Uzumakis. Once we get there, we have to leave now. We are being tricked by Madara from the very get-go. But what about Yahiko and his dream? He has passed his dream to us, and we will trust the golden wolf and Uzumaki to fulfill this dream. We will entrust this dream to him and help him to achieve this dream of peace. I see. I will follow you, Nagato. As Konan and Nagato left alongside with the 7 paths of Nagato, and on the Sound Village, Jugo and Suigatsu were able to escape village of the sound with the Karin Uzumaki in tow. As the 2 Uzumaki and their group were heading straight towards Konoha. It was going to be a 2 days travel, but they were going to be approaching there fast. As the summoners, mainly the Konoha affiliated ones, meaning the slugs and the snakes, because Snake was once affiliated to Konoha, got a news about this, or wind of this, as both of them, meaning Tsunade and Orochimaru, were summoned to their own mountains of snakes and slugs. What is it, Katsuyu? Why have you summoned me here? Tsunade-sama, the Uzumaki wolf, the golden wolf, has been revived and returned. You have to return back to Konoha. As Tsunade's eyes widened. Naruto, he was alive. After all, she said, can you reverse summon me back to Konoha? Hi. Please do. As both of them went in a puff of smoke on the other side on Snake Mountain. What have you summoned me, Manta? What is the deal? I have just sacrificed 1,000 sacrifices to you last month. Orochimaru, it is serious matters. The golden wolf that was said in the prophecy of the great elder of the snakes, alongside the great elder of the toads and the slugs. It was said that an Uzumaki golden wolf will rise once again. You mean the golden wolf, the said strongest golden wolf myth of the Uzumaki clan. But the Uzumaki clan has already been extinguished, dead, gone. You see, you have encountered that child. The child with the golden hair, 3 whisker marks and blue eyes. Naruto, the Kyuubi Jinchuriki. As his eyes widened, it cannot be. He couldn't have used his own child. Or did he have a child with her? As he smirked, I see. So Naruto-kun, you are indeed special than Sasuke after all. Orochimaru chuckled. So what do you want me to do, Manda? If you are not going to help him, stay far away as much as you can, because he's enraged at you and you don't want to be standing in his path. And don't try to take over his body, because both of them are both strong enough that they can even rival the power of the Kyuubi its own. As his eyes widened, you mean to say that Naruto has enough powers that it can rival Kyuubi no Kitsune itself? Manda, that is not quite believable, you see. Believe it or not, I was told to inform you about this, and I did what I have to. You have been informed and warned, Orochimaru. So take your step towards the Golden Wolf child very cautiously, because he is the one who will be saving this world or either destroying this world with his anger or with his passion. So you should Stay away if you cannot help him in any manner. I see. I will try my best, Orochimaru said. Good. Now you can leave. As in a puff of smoke, Orochimaru left. Manta, an elderly voice said. Yes, Elder Sama. I see that your summoner is corrupted. If he ever goes against our word, you are to leave him on his own and cancel his contract. But Elder, even if he's a idiot, he's our only loyal lost summoner. We can always persuade the chosen child to be our summoner as well. Besides, he's a chosen one and the child of prophecy. He can have the three legendary summons all to himself: the snakes, the slugs, and the toads. I see. It will be done if he ever betrays us. I think that he will, because he is corrupted with power. After all, I know about that, Elder Sama. I will try my best. Good. On the other side of Konoha's gates, a large puff of smoke appeared, and without any further ado, there was a blur that shot past by a large puff of smoke and headed straight towards the Hokage Tower, stomping its way all the way there, as everyone's eyes was widened who was in the streets. The preliminary rounds have ended by the time then, and Naruto's heritage was revealed, and Sakura's mother was killed in front of her by none other than Naruto. But she wasn't not angry at Naruto for doing so, because her mother was the one. She was disgusted by her mother, and she didn't want to call her mother, but the reality was in front of her. She was the daughter of the murderer who murdered the heir to the Uzumaki clan and the strongest shinobi in the village, or Konoichi in the village at that time, Kushina Uzumaki. She was not mad with Naruto, but she was angry with her mother, as she got near Naruto when Naruto woke up in the hospital in still his wolf form. Naruto didn't look towards her. He turned his head away. I'm sorry about my mother. Naruto shook his head in yes, but looked towards the other direction. Are you mad with us that we didn't bring you back? Naruto's ears perked up, indicating that he was indeed mad. Listen, Naruto, you see, Sasuke was unconscious. Naruto growled after hearing his name, because he heard Sasuke saying his father was a bastard, his mother was a whore. He truly was, enraged after hearing this. You see, Naruto, I'm not going to say anything else. Just please forgive me for what my mother did, for I did, for we did, what we did. Please forgive us, she said as she began to cry. Naruto just huffed and got out of his bed and got near her and nuzzled his head into her chest, indicating that he forgave her. I promise I will make this up to you, Naruto. You will not regret it anymore. I promise that I will be the best of friend that I can. Please just give me another chance. Thank you very much, Naruto. Thank you very much for giving me another chance, she said as she cried, hugging Naruto's giant head. After she was going to calm down, in came Kakashi, who had an eye smile. Well, congratulations, Sakura, because you are enlisted back into the Team 7 again. And I am very pleased to hear that you were willing to apologize for your own mistake and see through your faults. Yes, Sensei. I want to become strong so that I can protect my comrades and precious people. I don't want to become a bitch like my mother and a fangirl. I want to get out of this weak body and become strong Konoichi, just like Kushida-sama and Tsunade-sama. Well, Gaki, I was here to meet you, but I guess I got an apprentice as an extra as well, huh? Naruto, my name is Tsunade Senju, and I am also your blood relative, or somewhat, because my grandmother was Mito Uzumaki, meaning I'm half Uzumaki, and we Uzumaki have one rule only: family is our priority. As Naruto tilted his head, as, as Tsunade's hide, you see, Tsunade transformed into her half-breed wolf. Her hands turned into claws, her canines revealed, as her eyes turned into brown and slit-like, as she growled a bit and then talked. You see, this is a half-wolf breed state. We can transform into this, but it still heightens our strength and speed and senses as well. As Naruto sniffed and nodded and hugged her and licked her face as she laughed and said, "Calm down, Naruto. As for why I wasn't here, well, you can blame the elders for that." Naruto growled after hearing the names of elders. "Well, I think they are going to be executed tomorrow, Naruto. You don't have to worry about that anymore," said Kakashi with a nice smile. Naruto huffed and calmed down. As other Jonin senseis with their team also came in and said, Asuma said, "You see, Naruto, there are some people who are here to talk with you." As one by one all of them apologized and so on, and Neji also apologized because Hiyashi has informed him that due to his mother, Naruto's mother, his father and him were alive, or otherwise they would have been killed in the Great Shinobi War that took place before their birth, the second Great Shinobi War. And Kiba also thanked Naruto because after hearing that his mother saved their mother's life, they also thanked Naruto. And Yashi also informed Naruto that after visiting him that there was a political marriage installed by his father that he will be wed to his firstborn daughter, Hinata Yuga. Naruto after hearing this was quite surprised, but Hinata was hugging him to death and crying, saying she was sorry and all, and she wasn't strong enough for be there to him. Naruto also forgave her, but because she didn't do anything to hurt him, and he knew that Hinata was not that strong, and she was always there supporting him. Even through the silence, he could still sense her, see her from the shadows, that she was the one who helped him through a lot when he needed it. So he was not mad at her. By the time then, two other blurs passed by. They were red, and some other people with them, and they also arrived near the wolf. As one had Rinnegan, and another red-haired girl also arrived with glasses. "The Golden Wolf, what is your name?" As Naruto tilted his head, as everyone's eyes were widened, as noticed as well, "More Uzumakis. So you were out there. How many are there out?" "We don't know. We were separated at our birth. Our parents are dead," said Nagato. "Mine are dead as well. I was raised by my grandmother until I was taken by Orochimaru to Sound Village, and also I made friends with Suigatsu here and Yugo. So this is the Golden Wolf, huh? Doesn't look that strong to me." Naruto growled at him. Okay, I'm kidding. Suigatsu said as he was starting to sweat bullets. "Jeez, these wolves," as all of them chuckled. And Karen then said, "You don't have to worry about us. We are also from Uzumaki clan." "How do we trust you?" said Tsunade. "I guess we have to transform into that form." As in a blink of an eye, there were two red wolves there with red fur. Nagato had a thick red-blooded fur, and while Karen had light red fur, and her eyes were red in slits, while Nagato had ripples in his eyes. As Naruto sniffed them and snuggled his head with both of them, it was a way that Uzumaki bonded with their other members. And Karen did something unexpected. She brought her head close to Naruto's neck and bited. And after the bite was removed, there was a mark there, a mate's mark, as Tsunade growled. "You, why did you do that?" As Karen huffed as the renegade-eyed wolf just chuckled as both Karin and Nagato transformed back into their human form. Huh, you have complete mastery over it. Naruto looked towards them in interest and his eyes said everything. He wanted to know that how he can transform back. So Karin was the one who told him how he can do that. After focusing his chakra and making a hand seal, he was able to transform back into his human form. Ah, finally, Naruto said. And why did you bite me in the neck? And what is this mark? Well, Gaki, she gave you a mate's mark, meaning she's an Uzumaki. So yeah, this is how Uzumaki is made. Chosen by the female partner. So yeah, you were chosen by her. Wait, but he was supposed to marry my daughter. Don't worry, he will still do that because he has to revive two clans. One Uzumaki and one Namikaze. So she will be the Uzumaki head and Hinata here can be the Namikaze head. So what do you say, Hiyashi? This is understandable. What do you think, Hinata? I agree, Hinata said before passing out, as every one of them sighed. You know, I was quite sad when you guys left me there, as everyone flinched. But I'm going to give you another chance, all of you. Today I'm quite hurt that you didn't trust me enough to tell me about my parents, but I know that there were some bad people after me, and I don't blame you for that. But next time, you better believe me, I will. If you ever keep a secret from me, I will prank the hell out of you. So, Nagato, what brought you back? Jiraiya said, after getting out of his stupidity and holding his jaw back up. Well, you see, Jiraiya-sensei, Nagato began to explain his and Yahiko's journey and how they were able to defeat Hanzo the Salamanders, and one of the elder who were Koharu sent Anbus from Konoha to Hanzo the Salamander to help eliminate the Akatsuki, and how they were recruited by Madara Uchiha and other who were also Akatsuki members were out there searching for Bijus. It is quite interesting and disturbing that Madara is still alive, and not only that, they are also gathering Bijus out there, meaning their prime target will be Naruto from our village as well. So what do you propose, Sensei? What should we do? Well, Jiraiya, I guess it is time that you, Kakashi, and Naruto over here go to Mount Miyaboku for Naruto to train for 3 years there. Hey, I'm going as well, Karen said. You have to stay here and become a medic nin because I'm taking you as an apprentice. We're not going to leave our family members behind. Not anymore, said Tsunade, as she smiled. As Karen and Nagato also smiled and nodded. Oh, this here is Conan. Hey, where is Yahiko actually? I wanted to ask. As Tendopat walked forward. Yahiko? What happened to him, Nagato? As Yahiko's path spoke. Sensei. Yahiko died. And his body, I couldn't bring myself to bury him, so I made him one of my paths of Rinnegan. I see. It is quite sad indeed. Do you think that you can let him go so that we can bury him? Yes, Sensei. I think it is finally time for Yahiko to rest in peace. He has been working, even after death, for far too long. As Conan and Nagato shed some tears, as Jiraiya consoled them, and he was too sad of his bright student going to the afterlife as well. After they gave burial to Yahiko, and Tsunade was able to fix the illness of Nagato, Nagato regained his health, and he was once again a renowned shinobi once he was feared as an Akatsuki leader. On the other side, when Zetsu got this information, he informed about this to Madara Uchiha, or Obito Uchiha and the rest of the Akatsuki members that they should be cautious of the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki because he has awoken a power that is strong enough to rival the powers of the Ten Tails or the Nine Tails. It has not been confirmed, but he is stronger either way. Stronger than them, stronger than the Nine Tails even. This is quite troubling indeed, Zetsu. We have to charge at Konoha now. This is our only way we can take him out. We have to take him out first, said Zetsu. I see. What about Nagato and Konan? They betrayed us. They are there in Konoha. Well, I guess we have to kill some traitors and take down the Cubist Jinchuriki. As all of them charged towards Konoha, after 2 or 3 hours, they were rushing straight towards Konoha, but there was a huge barrier that zapped them and blew them away. What is that? Kisame said. I cannot let you enter this village, said a red-eyed figure. Itachi, what are you doing? Even if I am seen as a villain in this village, a traitor, a murderer, I cannot let you harm this village or my brother. My father and mother's lost legacy and possession. I cannot let you harm the legacy of the Uchihas, my brother, or this village, because I am still a shinobi to heart and loyal to Konoha even after betraying it. Another traitor. We have to kill him as well, I guess. As in front of them 3 huge wolves came. 2 were red and 1 was golden. Ah, I see. The Uzumakis were still alive, said Zetsu, as Karin charged towards him. You were the one who informed the other villagers about our infiltration system, our secret bases, our secret tunnels that lead into the village. As Zetsu and Karin was battling, the clan heads and Hokage also arrived and were battling with Kisame Hoshigaki and Kakazu the Immortal and Hidan the Immortal, alongside with Nagato. Naruto was already mad enough as he went into Juggernaut mode, as he transformed into a werewolf-like state. His muscles grew, and he was top humanoid and downtrodden wolf side. As he crawled, his eyes were red from the sides, as blue eyes were now slits. His canines grew larger, as everyone was in awe after seeing Naruto's new transformation, the Juggernaut form. He was able to achieve it on his second try. As Naruto rushed towards none other than the masked person or Madara Uchiha, before he could swirl, Naruto swiped and slashed through his arms and lower half, rendering him in 2 parts. As he screamed, "Curse you! I have to do this! Ten Tails, revive!" he said with 2 hands, one-handed 2 hand seals, and his Sharingan bled as it spun like violently as his life was taken from his body. On the other side, a huge creature, still in stone-like features, arrived. The Ten Tails Ghetto statue. It's moving on its own. It's going to consume Naruto. Naruto, without thinking anything, charged towards it, as the thunder could be heard in the sky. As Naruto jumped in the sky, his claw in the air, as lightning struck at the claw, as there was a huge lightning dragon in the claw. As Naruto, in werewolf state, slashed down the Ghetto statue. In a single slash, the Ghetto statue was cut into 2 pieces. As Naruto then clapped his hands together, and there was a huge thunder roaring in the sky, as there was 2 huge wolves of lightning there, black lightning and red lightning, as both of them struck to the 2 halves of the Ghetto statue, who was still screaming in agony, and destroyed the nearby land, leaving 2 deep holes of crater just outside the valley of the Konohagakure and Nasato and near the valley of the end. As this huge chakra and jutsu was felt by all over the elemental nations, And as for the persons who were present there, they were in awe and shock. So this is the power of the golden wolf at its max power. The other Akatsuki members were now scared shitless because Madara, the strongest person second to Hashirama, was executed alongside the Garo statue just like that. As Naruto howled and looked towards the moon, his powers grew more as he charged toward the Akatsuki members in a blinding yellow flashing speed, ripping their heads out, separating their body parts, and extinguishing them to ashes. None of them remained. Deidara was screaming in pain, wanting to leave this place, but he was hunted down and killed and maimed like an animal by none other than Naruto. At the end, Naruto calmed down and was returning back to his humanoid form. As he returned, he saw his hand. They were bloodied. He started to cry. It won't come out. It won't come out. As he felt a hand on his shoulder, he was scared as he flinched and looked towards. It was Kakashi, who was looking towards Naruto with sad expression. Naruto, calm down. He was the one who was there. I saw through my memories, the Kyuubi's memories. He was there at that night. He was the one who kidnapped me. He was the one who was behind the Kyuubi's attack 13 years ago. Because of him, my parents died. Because of him, the Kyuubi attacked. I was so blinded by my rage. I didn't know what to do. And I blamed that statue or thing over there for all my pain. Because of that thing, everything occurred. If that thing didn't exist in the first place, this wouldn't have happened. So I destroyed it. Left nothing of it. I know, Naruto. I know. Sensei, does it get ever easier? No, Naruto, but you have to live with it. Those were bad persons. Bad people who wanted to hurt millions of people. You have to do what you have to do in order to stop them for achieving their goals so that they could not hurt. And you can save millions of lives. And that's what you did, Naruto. You're not a monster. You are a hero. Just like your parents wanted you to be. As Naruto looked towards the moon, and his eyes widened as he saw his parents smiling at him from the sky, as he started to shed some tears, as he was tackled to the ground by Karin and now present Hinata, who everyone didn't knew was there from the get-go and watching from the shadows. She still wasn't strong enough to protect and fight for Naruto, but she was there and strong enough to help ease his pain, and that's what she did. The battle of Naruto and the Akatsuki was spread throughout elemental nations, and the whole nations now knew that Konoha was on a whole another level, more stronger, more powerful than before. They had the Rinnegan, a new Jujutsu added to them. The Uzumakis were revived, and if they ever tried to attack Konoha or even encountered one of the Uzumaki's Konoha shinobis, they will be executed without second thoughts, or their shinobi will be dealt with the same way that they dealt with the Uzumakis. After dealing with that, Konoha was repaired, and surprisingly, Orochimaru didn't attack Konoha because he was still there with Kabuto, looking from shadows, examining the power of the said golden wolf that Manda was so afraid of. After seeing and witnessing his power, he was surprised and terrified. He wanted nothing to do with him and Konoha anymore. He only wanted to become immortal, and he will find that way one way or another. But as for now, he wanted nothing to do with Konoha because he didn't want it to end up like the Akatsuki or the Garo statue. And yeah, time went by. There was no peace treaty still, but Konoha was at peace, and so was the world. The prophecy was fulfilled, and the golden wolf was now even more stronger than the legends, so strong that he could be considered as an Otsutsuki king by now. After sensing the power of another king level, all Otsutsuki started to avoid the planet Earth, but Otsutsuki king wanted only one person to be king, so he came down to Earth and challenged Naruto. As he spiked his chakra, as Naruto appeared in front of him in a yellow flash. "What are you doing here?" He was wearing his Hokage robes. He was still the 7th Hokage after Tsunade Senju and Kakashi Hadake. He was married to Hinata and Karin, and Sasuke and Sakura ended up together, and Kakashi was also brought back to the village and made the Uchiha clan head. And Sasuke was out of his emo-ness again and was a happy-go-lucky personality again, just as he was a child. But he was a strong shinobi as well. He still regretted saying those things to Naruto, but he didn't have any will or power enough to go and apologize to him and come face to face with him. He still helped him from the shadows, and Naruto still forgave him for what he did or said. But both of them still didn't have enough guts to face each other again. Naruto, because he didn't knew how he will react after seeing Sasuke face to face, or Sasuke didn't knew how Naruto will react after seeing him. So they both avoided each other. Anyways, as Otsutsuki King arrived in an opening, "I see, so you are the one who matches my power, mortal. I am here to challenge you once and for all, so to see that who is the one who will be the king of this realm." Challenge accepted then. If I have to protect this village and world once again, I will do the same. Naruto transformed into his original form, a giant wolf, bigger and stronger, and almost large as the 10 tails by the time now, as it charged towards the Otsutsuki King, as both fought strongly, as Naruto went into the barrier mode. Finally, he had a one tail behind his figure and cloak, and his cloak was turned into golden, and his facial features were similar to that of the Kurama's barrier mode, but only difference was that it was golden in color and his eyes were blue and slits. "Time for me to attack you. Let's go." As Naruto battled him, and in the end, Otsutsuki King was defeated and failed to give karma to Naruto. "I see, so you really are the strongest one. I guess I am quite happy to die at your hands." "What do you mean?" Naruto said. "You see, once you encounter another strong being similar to your power level, you have to challenge him, and if he's able to beat you in a death-on battle, you have to pass on your powers to them. Here, these are my powers. You are the true king, both of Otsutsuki clan and of this realm. Goodbye, Naruto Uzumaki. May your regime will be prosperous and healthy." And with that said, the Otsutsuki King turned into ashes. The whole Otsutsukis who were watching through an invisible barrier looked towards Naruto in fear now, because in one of Naruto's eyes were the Dojutsu of Jigen, or the Otsutsuki Kin, and on the other eye it was the Jogan, the pure eye of the Otsutsuki King. As both eyes turned off, revealing Naruto's slit-like eyes as Naruto transformed back into his human state. "As your king, it is my order that I appoint. Who is the strongest one of you?" "It's me, King-sama. I am Ishiki Otsutsuki. As the overseer of the clans of here, of Otsutsukis, you are to report to me each and every move. And as for attacking this world, you are banned. Even if the other kings command you, cannot attack it. It is my will. As your new king, it will be passed on as a law within our upcoming generations from eons to come. Anything else, my king?" "No, you are free and to go and please as you see fit, but do not attack planet Earth ever again. That is the only thing I ask of you, my people. It will be done, our king. As they all left, and the world was avoided, and finally at peace. As Naruto was about to head back to the village, he was stopped by another presence, my king. As Kurama then said, Father, I see. It's an honor to meet you, sage of the six paths. Naruto bowed. No, my king. It is an honor to meet you. Kurama said with a smile. Well, you are my elder, and you are the one who brought chakra and spread it to us mortals, after all. It may be true, but you have just defeated and by law became our king, so I have to give you respects for that. Enough of that anyway. I am here to inform you that you are now that king, and I would like to be your advisor of both the Akatsuki's clan rules and for this world. It is accepted. You can return with me back to the village. Thank you, my king. And with the Sage of Six guidance, Naruto, alongside with his precious people, became the strongest king of the realm of the humans and of Otsuzukis. And his children, Boruto, didn't have to go through any suffering, and Naruto did give enough time to Boruto, and he was the strongest shinobi out there. Naruto was now a grandfather of 6 children, 2 from his and Karin's children, and 2 from Hinata and his children. Yeah, meaning he was a happy person and a strongest person still alongside his family. And at this note, I'm going to be ending this story. I hope you like this one, and if you do, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. And this is Apollo Uchiha, and I am signing out.